Hello everybody, Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelorette Recaps, premiering June 7th, 2021 with Katie Thurston. We have your off-season Bachelor-related news, and sometimes other news. Stick around, we don't just talk about Bachelor. That's right, it's your boy, Denim Dave, hashtag Transformational Tuesday. If this isn't a glow-up, I don't know what is. Canadian casual. So we've got Rachel Lindsay here. As you can see, that's a photo of Rachel just owning it in the little red dress. She just announced that she's leaving the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast. So let's play that clip compiled by the great people over at bachelornation.scoop. So I'll play that clip for you right here, and then we will discuss.
Before we go, I know that you had a message that you wanted to share with all of our listeners, so I'm going to give you the mic.
Yeah, first of all, it's been a pleasure for me to be working with you as well. It doesn't feel like work, but I guess technically it is because we get paid to do this. But, I'm going to make this short and sweet. All good things must come to an end. And I feel like certain things run their course. And for me, I have run my course. When it comes to the podcast, we started off this podcast talking about how much fun it is, and it is, and the community that we've started, and we're already here with the 100th episodes, and I'm proud of it and what it's become. And it started off with Allie, who's fantastic. I feel like I don't give her enough praise. And then Allie had to go, and you came in, and you didn't miss a beat. And that's been a lot of fun to get to see our friendship grow through the podcast.
Before we go, I know that you had a message that you wanted to share with
just to have fun with all the new blood that's coming in from the show, to work through hard moments, to come here and vent when we're going through something. That's what the podcast gives you, that community. But for me, I've been struggling, and that's no secret. And it's been really, really hard for me lately. And a lot of the things that we talk about on this podcast are also about taking care of yourself and finding your peace and protecting that peace and protecting your mental health. And so for me, I just feel like I've come to the end of doing the podcast, and I'm glad that I'm leaving on a high note where it's the 100th episode. It's such a big milestone. This is the first podcast I've ever done. And for me, it's just it's a stepping away. You should never say never. I'm definitely closing the door, but I'm not locking it and throwing away the key. It's just to have fun.
So that's it, folks. That's it. That's that's the comment you get. I feel both happy for her, but also I feel like her decision, as she mentioned, had to deal with the fact that she was struggling and needs to take care of herself. Well, what does that mean? Now, does it mean that by podcasting with Becca Kufrin, it's so much labor on her that she no longer wants to do it? No. What it means is the haters out there annoy the hell out of her, and it's not worth her time, energy, or money to deal with a bunch of strangers out there telling her she creates drama, she rips people apart. Look, Rachel Lindsay is a star. Let's go back to her photo right here. She's a star. There'll be people that will always say, oh, the Bachelor franchise made you and this and that. Stars are born and they do what they want, regardless of what we have to say about it. If she wanted to be a power attorney, like Brian Friedman, if she wanted to be an actor, whatever. She's a star, guys. She's going to do it. She's got a huge amount of work on her plate. And while Bachelor Nation may be the spark that got her going in front of the camera, she's Rachel Lindsay. She's Rachel damn Lindsay. All right, guys? So the only thing that stinks here is for people that aren't in the position that Rachel Lindsay is in to just say, you know what? I got other podcasts. I'm hosting this. I'm a correspondent at the Oscars. Bye. I don't need you. For the people that don't have that equity within their own brand to do that, they have to deal with the haters in Bachelor Nation. They might not be able to take care of themselves in the way where they know they've got other avenues they can go into. And that just, what it proves is this. Everyone needs to find a way to be their own Rachel Lindsay in life. to build enough equity within yourself. And when I say equity, it's the same conversation I have over and over. There's a Twitter thread that was turned into a book, I believe, that basically says don't rent out your time. If you just want to be a cast member on the show The Bachelor, then when your time's done, they're going to kick you to the curb and the next person will come up. She transformed who she was. She leveraged her ability to have an educated opinion, to be smart and kind of like also controversial in ways, to talk about topics that other people are afraid to, and it's no offense to them, but you got people like Becca Kufrin and Tayshia and others that, they don't want to say they want to kind of, they're not trying to create any waves. Well, regardless of whether or not Rachel Lindsay wants to create waves, she's a cruise ship in a world of, small yachts. She is a cruise ship. She's out there creating waves because it's all she knows. And I think more power to her for that. She's got a lot going on here. So she said it ran her course and she's been struggling. And we noticed that, there were, the weekend before one of the awards ceremonies that she was working at, she just got rid of her Instagram, just deleted it. And of course that makes news. Oh, Rachel Lindsay deletes her Instagram. Yeah, it takes 3 seconds to be like, deactivate, bye. I got scripts to read. I got work to do. I don't need to worry what, Jimmy's saying over there in Cincinnati. No offense, Jimmy in Cincinnati. The world we live in. I mean, it used to be, if you hated on somebody, you'd have to get your thing out and write a letter, and you'd have to Google their address and lick a stamp and seal it and put it in that mailbox and hope that in 3 to 5 business days they're going to open that and hear what you have to say. But instead, it's someone on the toilet being like, you know what, man? Good. Like Joy X28. Good. I don't know if that's a positive good. Like, good, you're moving on. Or good, ding dong, the witch is dead. Because that's the vibe people have with her. They either love her or they're like, good, we don't, whatever. And it's like that when someone, Patrice O'Neal, one of the funniest stand-up comedians of all time, he passed away, I believe like 7 years ago now, has a documentary out. He used to say, if you're making the whole room laugh, you're not doing your job. You want half the room to walk. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I understand his point. You want to say things as a comic that are controversial, that are opinionated, that have a strong point of view. And what is hack in stand-up is when you go, all right, give it up for the troops, and everyone claps. Give it up for your waitresses, everyone claps. Hey, what do you think about that? Everyone claps. It's called clapter, and it gets people to clap, but it's also like, all right, are you going to say something that's going to like wake people up? And I feel like Rachel Lindsay does that. She says things that wakes people up, and she's not in control of the media who decides to report on her. She knows that if she says things the wrong way about certain topics with regards to the Colton Underwood situation, she knew she couldn't address Colton Underwood with her very specific point of view because of the way clips and catchphrases and quotes will be pulled for other Us Weekly and us. People like my channel too. So she's almost like she knows the power she has to share her opinion, but she's also aware of how to frame things. I mean, it's kind of like a combination of her legal background, being charismatic, and just a high IQ. That's kind of what it is. So anyway, she's got a lot going on here. The comment section, let's see what they have to say. The fact that the latest Bachelor Happy Hour posts, okay, so what happened here is just a little insider tea. They accidentally made a typo saying that the Bachelor Happy Hour was Becca and Tayshia. Now we know it's Becca and Rachel for one more episode, but it makes you wonder, is Tayshia coming in next as the new host of Bachelor Happy Hour with Becca Kufrin? We'll have to see. I feel like Tayshia in her own right is a star. Tayshia's got a trajectory that's heading straight for the sky. She's really rising with the little bit of obviously the co-hosting or mentorship, whatever they're going to be calling it, on The Bachelorette, which, by the way, we'll have to know soon. Are they calling, and I know it's semantics and linguistics, but it's going to be important to see what words they use. No one else is talking about this. Everyone's just assuming they're going to call Caitlin Bristow and Tayshia, I go by one name only with Tayshia, they're going to be calling them co-hosts. I haven't seen that yet. If they refer to them as mentors, we know Chris Harrison's coming back. If they refer to them as co-hosts, then it's up in the air. But we'll have to see what the branding is with Bachelor producers. And I don't even know if they've figured that out yet. So anyway, Tayshia could be replacing Rachel Lindsay. But look, first of all, and again, maybe it's just me because I don't watch the podcast. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, Rachel Lindsay's got so much else going on. She's got a podcast with Van Lathan, which, by the way, he just won an Academy Award for Best Short Film. So, like, they got some good things going on here. And, of course, Rachel was up there with asking questions. So here we have Rachel Lindsay asked the most inane questions to Yeojun Yoon, I believe is the name. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. Yeojun Yoon, right after her Oscar win, which, by the way, might be my new favorite person. She's so sweet and articulate. She gave such a beautiful Oscar acceptance speech, even though I did read the demographics that the Oscar, not the demographics, I'm sorry, the ratings for the Oscars were down 60% this year, which, due to they were already lagging. The award shows have already been lagging with people, being like, look, on Sunday night, do you want to watch the Oscars or do you want to watch the new, Bigfoot documentary on Hulu? I suggest a Bigfoot documentary on Hulu. Not bad. You know me, I posted this last night. If there's a treasure show or a Bigfoot documentary, my Roku just knows to click on it. I'm sorry, I have to watch this. But anyway, here's a clip of Rachel asking her a question.
Oh, first off, congratulations.
Sorry for the echo.
This is your first American film, and you win an Oscar. And then, as you just talked about, it was given to you from Brad Pitt. I mean, my goodness. And then we saw you guys have a conversation as you walked off stage. So I have to ask you, what did you guys talk about, and what did he smell like?
I didn't smell him. I'm not dog. I didn't smell him. No. Well, I've been watching him. When was his first movie? With that, he was young and with that. Oh, I forgot. So I've been watching him. He was a movie star for me. So, I couldn't believe he was leading to me, or he announced my name. Then I just black out couple second or so. What should I say? Where am I, or something like that? But I kept asking my friends, am I saying right? Do they understand what I'm trying to say? Something like this. I'm still not myself. So don't ask me too many questions, please.
She's kind. It's a harmless question. She did ask first, like how it was. The Brad Pitt smell part was the follow-up question, to be fair. And also, I think we all want to know, what does he smell like? Can you touch him? Did you pinch him? You got to pinch his cheeks. I feel like what. And by the way, her acceptance speech was very beautiful as an aside. And she was like, "My kids made me go to work. This is what happened. So thank you to them." She was very sweet. And I actually enjoyed the Oscars. Let me know if you guys watch. I enjoyed the Oscars. It was obviously very much smaller crowd. It looked like it was in like a church. It was in a very small stage, and it was socially distanced and this and that. But I liked it. But it was obviously a very different ceremony than years past. But that's what Rachel's doing. So it's like no offense to Becca Kufrin, no offense to the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast, but that's not a get for Rachel Lindsay. A get for Rachel Lindsay is starting to work in like entertainment, news on that bigger scale. And who knows what else that might entail. She's building a pretty decent little reel here that we're on her IMDb, which is the Internet Movie Database, as it were. So she's got Made for Love, a new TV series I haven't watched. She's the host of that, Dish Network, playing herself. The Real, co-hosting, Bachelorette, of course, Extra with Billy Bush, Hollywood Insider, Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, of course, with Emmanuel Acho, Lead with Love, Bachelor Presents, Listen to Your Heart, which was by all means the best thing Bachelor ever made that nobody watched. Good Morning America, Bachelor, ESPN First Take, The Doctor, Celebrity Page, Ghosted, Access Hollywood, Good Morning America 3. Can I steal you for a second? Never heard of it. Steve, by the way. That's Steve Harvey. I thought this was Steve Wilco for a second, which was the bodyguard from It's a Whole Thing. We're getting into the lip sync battle, Entertainment Tonight. Wendy Williams. I mean, guys, this is a good resume she has. You don't see anywhere in here Live with Kelly and Ryan. I mean, she could very easily replace Kelly You know, she's on that trajectory. She could very easily replace someone. She might be too opinionated for like morning TV. I feel like morning TV is like, hey, how was the theater last night? Well, it was okay. We saw so-and-so play the Grinch. It was amazing. We went out for a bistro after, and boy, am I feeling tired. I had 2 scoops of sugar. You know, I would crush it as Ryan from Kelly and Ryan all day. People are like, what's he talking about? I'm just doing this all day, talking about myself. I would do it. Anyway, so she's clearly got a lot going on. She's hustling, she's doing her thing. And, you know, the fact that Bachelor was able to find her before other people did says a lot about The Bachelor. They struck gold. I mean, by all means, they got a lot of misses. Looking at you, Lee. You know what I mean? They've got a lot of misses, but then they'll find a diamond in the rough. A diamond in the rough. Okay, I can't sing. This is like a very professional singing microphone. In the fact, I feel like, just as a side note, I feel like this microphone, if this was a person, was like built for greatness. You know, like you could record a Grammy-winning album with this $400 Shure SM7B microphone, but instead it got stuck with a reality TV YouTuber. The poor microphone. Anyway, I digress, folks. So that's Rachel Lindsay. She's gone but not forgotten, and I'm sure she'll be back to give her opinions. And by the way, on the Ringer, the podcast she does with Van Lathan, they do a fantastic job of having the gameplay that they have, where Van Lathan will go for the jokes and make fun of things, and then she'll have to like kind of correct him with the actual facts. And they have a very good dynamic. And I'm sure she'll address anything big that happens within there. But as far as owing anything to Bachelor Nation, sorry, folks, she doesn't. All right, that's the episode, and I'll see you guys later on for some more videos today. And Thursday, 4 p.m. is my birthday live stream. See you then. Bye, guys.